Where are we going next? The world may never know. Do need to go back to Ranger Headquarters. Turn that quest in. This is bugging me because it's not there anymore. Yeah, let's fast travel. Because I already know the way. Hey there. Sierra, no.
I sincerely hope you have some good news for me.
I could blame Casagrada. Wow. Okay, Masoni was right. There was a killer and it was Ranger Dorso.
My gods. I can't believe this.
You think I'm a liar?
His wings uplift us.
She's been with the Rangers since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is... Fotito. This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now?
Dorso's dead. I killed her.
Without the trial? Good gods.
Frontier justice. That's what a traitor deserves.
Yee yee.
Masoni, please. Where's her body now, Envoy?
Near the mouth of a river by the waterfall.
I'll send a few of the senior rangers out to find her.
Bunch of old people.
Thank you, Maso. What a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to tell my men. A traitor in the Rangers. This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
She was trying to create the conditions for an Adiran takeover.
Be serious, Envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Maso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. But I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Gods beyond, what a mess. Thank you, Envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged, and now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad.
I hope things get easier here on out. We sort of wiped out a
I suppose
cave full of
anything is
paladins.
possible. Here's your reward. It's the least we can do for your assistance.
Oop. Oh god.
Out there. We are living through strange times.
I hope this at least lets them clean up their wounds.
I leveled up. And I noticed it this time. Oh god, I gotta click a thing again. What are we gonna do? Are there any cool oh, wow. Any good passives here? I got light armor and medium armor essence penalties, which I don't need. Well, like kinda, not really. Power attacks with wands, damage with wands. Can continue casting by reducing your health. Ugh, blood magic. Essence fragments dropped by defeated enemies restore double essence. That sounds cool. Unlock extra grimoire spells. Looking for passives. Power attacks with daggered swords and spears. I have been using those. Knowing that spears are included in the same space does give good interest in, you know, doing spear stuff. Because I had almost for a bit. But let's see what else we've got. Decreasing stamina penalties. Attacking while holding block slams your shield. I don't have shields. Regenerate after taking damage. That sounds good. Increase max health. I don't do two-handed. Critical hits with melee weapons. Unarmed attacks. Okay, I can upgrade my unarmed. Wow, I didn't know they had like a hand-to-hand style effort. I hadn't looked in the fighter build much at all. Power jump to slam down. Huh. That actually sounds cool, but I don't plan on doing that enough. That seems very situational. But I do like Oh, yeah, you know what? Upgrading something I already have is pretty good. While invisible, gain increased stealth attack damage and move speed. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm going with that. Kai wants to talk. Probably about the garrote. I got a bunch of documents that I have not checked out. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot doot doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot doot doo doo doo. Party camp. Upgrade materials. Quest. Where to now? I think I'm just gonna travel to one of the camps. Rest for the evening. Talk with Kai because he's got things to say with his spiky mouth. And as well, deconstruct all the extra garbage I got. Wait, I did get a unique arquebus. I didn't even notice. Thank you, yes. Ricochet. Bullets bounce to hit an additional enemy within range and 20% reload speed. Ooh. The gilding on this exquisite arquebus does little to mask the scratches of other signs of wear that mar its surface. Much sought after for its unique ability to strike multiple targets with a single bullet, men and women have died in their efforts to claim this weapon, or maintain their ownership of it. Then I can deconstruct these, because that is my new second thing. Getting rid of the Death Knight armor. I don't want the evidence. Can't deconstruct these. I can stash them for now. I'm going to sell these ones, definitely. I'm going to keep that, because I might be able to do something with it. But also, this is a new, unique weapon. We have the ability to enchant it. I can either have it deal a little fire damage, which I already have a fire weapon, the Last Light of Day. Actually, I have two, because this dagger is also a fire accumulation thing. So, the trick shot is probably what I'm going to do. Bullets bounce to an additional enemy, or two additional enemies. Yeah. Okay. Gonna have to actually make use of this. Ooh, it's like golden. That is pretty fast reload.
I hope you're ready to sleep with one eye open, because I doubt Ludwig sleeps at all.
Huh?
And after the send-off you gave the Steel Garrote squad in that cave, she'll have it out for you.
I wanted answers. They literally attacked me unprompted. I literally accepted their bribe and they said no.
Yeah, get lost or get skewered. I thought they were supposed to be working with the Diran forces, not setting up secret encampments and chasing you away.
Perhaps they have an arrangement we don't know about.
If that's the case, I'd wager she's the one holding the leash, and he's the one on his knees. Normally, I'm not big on turning on your own, but the Steel Garrote take their beliefs too far. I'm glad you didn't let them do it here.
I mean, the Steel Garrote aren't my own. They aren't even in my chain of command.
You could have fooled me. Ludwig talks to Heelgard like a wayward cabin boy. I wonder if he's got the backbone to withstand her. Not you, though. You didn't hesitate. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it. I envy that.
I mean, hey, you could have left me for dead, but you carried me to Liviana's.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost. It's going to get him killed one day.
You two are gonna make me blush. And purple's not my best color.
Alright, he turns purple. Does he have red blood under those blue scales?
But, thanks. Just be on the lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget.
Okay, well, good night.
If you get up in the night, don't wander too far.
Yeah. You have more to say?
I still can't believe it. Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. At least she got what was coming to her.
I pity her. She really thought she knew. She really believed in what she was doing.
She did. I think that's the part that haunts me worse than what she did. How do you keep yourself on the right path? Especially when there's so much at stake.
There's no easy answer. Just make the best decisions in the moment.
I was afraid you'd say something like that. Just please, be careful.
What's this about?
I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast.
What are you trying to say?
Empires are hungry, Envoy, and they devour their own too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with.
Okay, well, good night. Again. Is that all?
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, yes. Let's see what we can cook. We have to cook! Beetle jerky or spiced beetle sausage. Oh, that's a great ingredient, isn't it? Oh, there's the spiced beetle sausage. I need beetle jerky. I don't have beetle jerky. I can't make beetle jerky. Which is probably a good thing. Oh, that's how I use the rotten food. That's right. Let's just make a bunch of this. Get rid of our rotten stuff. Okay. And exit. Oh. No dream? Okay. I notice Marius has like nothing to say about what I'm doing. Have some opinions, man. Come on. Either way, we're gonna go back to Fior Mes Ivèrno. Gonna turn in the heart of the machine. Why is this loading screen so like purple hazy? I mean, I get the lighthouse right there, but like it's not nearly that messy. Besides, though, on the other thing, Ludwig would have to know it was me that killed her
Welcome
people,
back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh?
and there's no reason she should. I have a bounty to
Whose
claim.
death am I recording?
Old Nuna.
Impressive. I wonder if my theory about her is correct.
That she's dead? I mean, she was certainly stronger than the average bear.
You would know, wouldn't you? Interesting. Here's hoping I get approved to study the flow of essence into the region's fauna after all this is done.
I don't like the way your, like, straps move in unison. Those Demelgan won't be bothering anyone else.
If only we could find a way to coexist with them. But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Huh? Nature?
Well, the Trenton's days are over.
Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less.
That's all.
Perfecto. Return when you have more to claim.
Okay. Was there other stuff in here? I thought I saw two. Okay, I did. Oh yeah, the lady who wanted me to give food to the grave sites.
Crisis in the bit steep.
Hey,
You return.
your hair bounced.
Have you visited all 3 grave sites?
We encountered angry spirits while placing the offerings. Do you know why?
You fought them? Oh, the spirit's anguish must be driving them mad, the poor dears.
Well, why do you think they're angry?
I believe the influence of the recently dead could drive these poor souls to rage and violence. Be gentle with them, please. I don't believe they mean you true malice. They are minnows caught in the spiritual tide.
Well, they should rest easily now.
Thank you for helping the dead to rest, my friend. You have done Fior a great service.
Hell yeah.
And wasted perfectly good food in the process.
Hell yeah.
Now, will you stand and pray with me?
Sure.
May you walk the path safely, always a step ahead of the pallid night and her toll. May the usher guide you through the safest doors to the next life, and may his skeletal hand bring you only warmth. May the twin gods see faith in you in all their aspects, and may death come quickly and easily and without fear.
Thank you, Elder.
And may we all take comfort in the knowledge that the next life awaits.
Yeah.
You know the prayer. It gives me such joy. Please, take this token of Barrett's favor. May it keep you from her path for just a moment longer. May the usher find you quickly, Aimiko, and ferry you gently to the next life.
So what did I just get? Award. Barrett's Blessed Ward. Okay. Minus 5% damage from vessels. The small black bell acts as a reliquary of sorts. In place of a metal clapper sits the knucklebone of a long-dead high priest of Barrett. Throughout their unusually long and storied life, this high priest worked tirelessly to free those poor souls bound to vessels, be they undead or constructs. Their belief was that all souls, no matter how wicked they may have been in life, deserve a chance at redemption in the next. Such a chance is unobtainable for those severed from the wheel through those darker arts that the high priest reviled. Even after death, a measure of their fervor lingered behind in their remains, which now protect those that would see the vessels destroyed. Okay, so each undead we kill and each construct is helpful.
You believe you're anything more than a momentary distraction.
You are so frustrating. No wonder I'm getting all the attention.
My dear, any attention you're getting is transient at best.
You should know about transient attention, since that's all you're capable of.
Both back. What's up, nerds?
I forgot how anti-intellectual and childish you can be.
As if I could forget your frigid detachment, Sinia.
You are a child, Isalia. You tour outside your stratum. Leave such things to those who deserve
Are you
them.
siblings or lovers? I can't tell. Lauren wants to know if you got any other followers and if any of them are hot. I have not gotten any other followers, so no and no. I'm sorry. What could be... I have a bad feeling this is about a love affair.
Regardless, we do not need the opinions of an outsider.
On the contrary, a third-party perspective could give us a clarity we currently lack.
Well then, my colleague and I have both obtained the attentions of the same lover,
Oh.
despite obvious differences in quality.
There is no way this shrew could have won his heart without trickery. I say she should step aside.
Oh, I've already, looked around town a bit. So it turns out your special friend has been just stealing both of your research. Let's drive a wedge in this.
What? Impossible.
But if I think back, I don't believe he ever finished a drink when we were together.
If this is true, I won't be satisfied with just breaking things off with the lying philanderer.
Yes. I assume you'd join me in a reasonable attempt at revenge.
Of course. Let's make him suffer. I am grateful for your perspective.
My mother warned me not to meet men in taverns. I should have listened to her.
I was hoping they'd, like, go and do the thing. Oh, a letter? Party note. I already found this one. I want to see if I can go to the governor guy, or whatever his name was. Not the butler. And tell him, hey, I found your father's body in his last journal.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giatta is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Mes Ivèrno.
You don't believe the crisis is as bad as it looks?
I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is our best chance at getting it under control. But what Giatta wishes to do is more dangerous by far than what she's trying to solve. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
Do you mind if I work with her?
Be my guest. Take her away from here. As far as I'm concerned, she's your responsibility.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Oh, I can tell him about all the little quests I've found. So, I found your father's body in a cave by a riverside grotto.
You what? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did.
He let go of his resentment for the Republics.
That was an old grudge to nurse. At least he came to terms with it in the end. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can.
Yeah.
You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
Yep. Hey, I'm not done. Hold on.
Stay a while. See for yourself what animancy has done for our community.
I wanted to tell you that Ranger Dorso was spying for the Steel Garrote.
What a disgrace. Among other things, the Steel Garrote persecute animancers. They love nothing more than to unravel everything we've built here. Tell me, what's your interest in this matter?
Rub my fingers together. Captain Asierno asked me to investigate.
If she convinced an Adiran envoy to unmask an Adiran spy, clearly I'm not paying her enough. I appreciate the warning. If more Adirans were like you, maybe we wouldn't have to worry about the Steel Garrote.
Hey, speaking of, I rooted out a camp of their paladins hiding in the, like, underneath the city, basically.
The Steel Garrote? Here? Well, well. Apparently nature is not the only foe in Emerald Stair. Worse, my rangers turned a blind eye to it. Satisfy my curiosity. Why am I hearing this from the Adiran envoy? Don't you and the Steel Garrote share the same master?
Doesn't mean I trust them. No, they're religious fanatics. We have nothing to do with each other.
For my sake, I'm glad to hear it. Take this with my gratitude.
Dang, he's just giving me money.
And let us pray this is the last we've seen of the Steel Garrote.
A tree ate one of your people. You think there's no crisis here?
No one is denying that the living lands is a dangerous frontier. Take Fior Mes Ivèrno. This city has fought a war of attrition since the day my father laid the first stone. You saw for yourself what's happened to the Delamgan in recent years.
Delamgan.
We have always persisted, and nothing will change that. Nothing.
So a carnivorous tree is perfectly normal then?
Oh, it's far from perfect, but it's ours. I know the living lands must seem wild and untamed to one so accustomed to the comforts of court. Some of us have the distinction to call this place home, sharp edges and all. We can outlast the wilderness.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna quick save because I want to ask him why his mother is plague-ridden and hidden in her bedroom on the first floor. But that might. Oh, hey, anonymous letter. Oh, I did read this one. Yeah, I might get kicked out of town for it.
Consider yourself a guest in my town.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you consider me that because I saw your mother locked up and plague-ridden in their bedroom.
I knew I heard someone snooping about. And you have the gall to confront me like a common criminal. This conversation is over.
Does she have the dream scourge?
That is not a topic for discussion. I'll hear no more of this. You go about your business, and I'll go about mine. My mother is very sick. I'll thank you not to disturb her.
Okay. I don't want to tell him about the lady leaving food out for the dead. So that's all I got. Look at my boots. Oh, you know what? Hey there, fella.
Welcome back. Care to take a look around?
Let's see. I want to sell my garbage. I don't think you have much I care about. A lot of purple. Oh, you know what you do. Look at that. Loads. Oh, yeah, that was the one I saw earlier. Okay. We're okay. Your hair just, like, bounced up. Wait, what else am I seeing? Oh, right, I gotta tell him about the lovers that ended up being dream scourged. Rip. Hey.
Please tell me you found them.
Well, the plague got to Adelado. Afraid Belena's not far behind.
Your rangers lost to the Dream Scourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking.
Oh, I could tell him that Vidaro's mother's a dream thrall. Ooh. I don't want to cause trouble here, I think. So... Nah, wherever Belena's mind is, it's not here.
So it is. Gods, I saw these signs. I didn't want to believe them. They'd been acting sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was... Well, I don't have to tell you twice. I was so wrong. I think I know the answer, but is either of them still alive?
Belena's alive. I thought I was dead. I brought their badges back.
Merla, when she turns, Fior will panic. Where is she now?
Still wandering. Well, I could say she's coming back to town. I don't know if I told her to come back to town, just to stay here. So she is still wandering. I don't think she knows where she is.
Then I can't leave her. I can't kill her either, but I'll have to find the strength. Here. You went to a lot of trouble.
Ooh, Ring of
You
the
ought to be
Peerless
grateful.
Marksman.
It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job.
Whoa.
Looks like no one is safe from the Dream Scourge.
What is this doing? What is this doing? Plus 10% damage with ranged weapons. Hell yeah. An unblinking obsidian eye, TM, sits prominently on this polished silver ring. While wearing it, there is a slight blurriness to your peripheral vision that you become quickly accustomed to. You also find yourself able to keenly focus on distant foes, leading to more deadly attacks at range. You know, this essence regeneration hasn't been very impressive, but it has been working. No, wrong one. There we go. Someone wants to know what the Dream Scourge is and why you're a mushroom man? Okay, so...
I do hope you can end this, Envoy.
Guys, I'm talking here. Shush. The Dream Scourge is a plague that seems to warp the mind and also make mushrooms grow out of people's bodies. For example, the mother of the governor has little mushrooms on her face. So we fought a couple bears that had mushrooms growing out of their bodies too. On an unrelated note, my character is a godlike said to be blessed by the gods, and it sort of manifests as weird markings. I met another guy who was a godlike, and he was like solid gold because he was, I guess, the godlike of the god of light or something. I don't know. But the weird thing is my character doesn't know which god in the pantheon is his godlike. Hey lady, I'm stealing your money. But it might be related. I don't know. I had to pick how the mushrooms looked in my character creation. It's part of the mystery of the game. Now I gotta place the Adragan heart. Whoa. Hey.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giatta.
I could say something with if my resolve was higher. Look, I got your machine running. Could you tell me about the Dream Scourge?
With any luck, I can tell you a great deal. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
What the fuck? Okay, if I wake up on a beach, hands covered in blood, I'm gonna wash my hands in the sea and leave.
All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum.
Well, a clock.
Chrysalis.
That would be transformation, like a dang old kakuna.
The spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Also, I've got this voice in my head.
Hello?
Seems like a child. I think I felt that quiver you're talking about.
Strange. Shouldn't feel anything in the physical sense. Oh well, no matter. Let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold.
Yeah? Oh, Yvette and Remy were the two ladies, I think. Yvette and Remy certainly thought so.
God, my condolences. Those two are a handful,
Maybe not.
even for animancers. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting.
You're the second person to say that to me. I'm trying to trace it back to the source.
That would be closer to Giatta's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giatta's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river.
Uh-oh. Ilya believes the Dream Scourge and the Living Lands have a common ancestor. What do you think?
I think Eora is old, haunted, and unsympathetic. Anything is possible. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giatta my fondest regards.
Yeah.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Well,
I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
sorry, you had to be this tall to understand what he was saying. Well, unfortunately, Giatta has been exiled from the city, so of course she's still in her house over here. Her dress kind of fluttered when I walked in. I didn't think I was pushing that much air around. Hey.
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning.
Well, that's shocking. Spoke with Monto Pastor.
And you got his machine up and running. That's what I call progress. I helped Monto after his wife died. She was brilliant, and he took the loss hard. I'm going to miss him.
I had a very impolite exchange with Yvette. Oh, Yvette and Remy were the two at the docks that treated me like an animal for lab study.
I hate to admit it, but I saw that one coming. Those two don't get out much.
Nerds.
When Ignacy took away their research funding, I pulled some strings to get it back. He told me I was a fool, but they'll prove him wrong someday. I have faith.
And I met with Elia. She was animating revenants for her farm. That was kind of wild.
I hope you had an enlightening visit at the corpse farm. Elia is one of my favorite neighbors, second only to Quilici. When her best farmhand got stuck up a tree, I got him down in one piece. Well, several pieces.
Oh.
I've always looked up to her. Sounds like you've met with everyone. We're ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
Well, something is draining the life from your farms. It's only a question of what.
And why? It's almost like something is lashing out, defending itself. Look at us. Barely even started. And already we're making progress.
Yay.
Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Hey. Wait. Run that by me again?
I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey.
Oh.
Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work.
Sounds like you've covered every detail you could, Batman.
Animancy takes a lot of preparation. You might only have one chance to run through an experiment. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
Is it the thing you're wearing on your neck? Where is it?
Well, that's where I need your help.
Oh.
The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there.
Do you want to... What's down there?
Terrible mistake. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
What a comprehensive response.
If that's where her parents died, I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Oh, there's a backside up here. What? Have I been here already? I don't remember. Apparently not, because there's stuff. Giatta's journal. Let's read through it. This crop shortage is the perfect opportunity to test my family's research. But of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. He has the town wrapped around his little finger. You'd think a community of free-thinking animancers would embrace a little innovation, but nope, not even to save their lives. What would Mother have done? Though I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed. As soon as I gather the courage to enter the lab. Someday, just not today. I found the results of an experiment where someone tried to immolate their soul. I think they just electrocuted themselves earlier. Metaphysical Frontier? Okay. By Cordella Castell? That name sounds familiar. Nature, as we know it, is ours. We dam its rivers, we cut down its forests, but the metaphysical world, the nature next door, is the true prize. When we can break the spirit world like a stubborn horse, the possibilities are endless. Today we grow crops, tomorrow, souls. That's creepy. Alright, let's root through a lady's bedroom, as one does. Letter from a friend. Giatta, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I hear only rumors about what happens inside the walls of Fior Mes Ivèrno, and the rumors alone are cause for concern. They say you've been starting fights with the governor, stirring unrest at the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense. Most of it anyways, but allow me to give you a word of advice. There is a pattern to this behavior, even if you think there isn't. You believe your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, thus prove your own point. Trust me, I know you from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in the crusade to be proven right. Come visit me sometime, put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silvo misses you. Elia. Elia was the corpse farmer. Silvo was her first corpse. We had to put him down. Invitation to drinks. Giatta. Once our patrol's over, a few of the rangers are grabbing drinks at the Bone and Boar. Would you care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy again. The offer still stands. It doesn't even have to be with other rangers. It could just be the two of us, sitting and talking. Well, now I've said too much. You get the idea. Best of luck with your experiments, Masoni. I don't know if Giatta will become a companion, but it'd be cool. She seems pretty cool. Though she hasn't demonstrated any sort of combat prowess. Okay, well. Ooh, Castell Family Lab.
Expected, but this isn't it.
Even from the blight. Who grows here?
Who grows here? That's ominous. Okay, Archer Castell's will. To Giatta I leave my mother's amulet, the only piece of the Valian Republics I took from home. One condition is that she wears it as a reminder we all come from somewhere. May she find comfort in a chain that binds the present to the past. I leave her also the house, the laboratory, and our inventions, yes, all of them, with no conditions or expectations to weigh her down. Forgive us. Okay. I hate to sneeze. Do not judge me. Cordella Castell's will. Archer insists I write something down in case the worst should come to pass. But what inheritance do I have to offer? What legacy do I leave? I took no possessions from the homeland. I own nothing but my ambition and my mistakes. The ink is blotched as if someone tapped their quill on the parchment several times before continuing. To Giatta I leave my unshakable resolve, the determination to see her plans through to the bitter end, and the presence of mind to remember what is important. Let her have all of my best qualities. Should the experiment fail, I won't need them anymore. Not where I'm going. Okay. Many Faces of Bareth. This is lore book stuff. Eh. Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. I met a gift bearer. He was weird. He wanted me to grab a meteorite that had a bunch of skeleton hands, and then he wanted to dump it in the ocean. It seemed to be drawing revenants to it. Archer Castell's journal. Cordella's right, of course. We could refine the phantasmal focus for the rest of our lives, or we could put it to good use, so why do I have such doubts? Our plan has always been to tinker with the natural order, but nature is not orderly in the living lands. If we poke too hard at nature, who's to say something else won't poke back at us? Kinky. Concerned letter. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. I know that words were exchanged, more than one ego was bruised after that incident at the workshop, but the damage is superficial. Our community is ready to welcome you back with open arms. For the moment, I am seeing to Giatta's education, but I urge you to give her the attention she deserves. She is a promising young woman in a difficult and influential time of her life. She needs the counsel of her family now more than ever. Per Quilici. Worried scribblings? The device should not work, and yet it does. Therein lies the problem. Theory and reality are in conflict, and to succeed without comprehension is worse than failure. I have learned nothing. I can assume nothing about the limitations of this invention, which frightens me almost as much as Cordella's insistence that we keep going. All I know is that the device has tapped into something. I believed it was the essence of the living lands. What if I'm wrong? What if it's... Several paragraphs have been violently scoured from the page. Have we transgressed so far into the unknowable that we are blind to the grave we dug ourselves? I must make preparations for Giatta's future. Dusty letter from Maxim Vidaro. Oh. Arthur, do you have everything you need? After Cordella's outburst in the workshop, they say she retreated to her private lab, which is fine, but I worry about you and little Giatta. Let me know if you need anything, even if it's just to talk. I understand your research has made some ambitious strides. Good for both of you. When you are ready to surface again, we have a game of Hazatoha to finish. I'll keep the pieces warm. Maxime Vidaro, Governor of Fior Mes Ivèrno. Well, former governor now. We found a skeleton. Skeleton. Spider leg. Okay, Cordella's journal. Archer's been quiet lately, so I know he's worried about the experiment. He thinks the island will object to our interference, as if such a thing were possible. Clearly our daughter is cut from my side of the family. I can't wait to teach her everything we've learned. With any luck, Giatta will be as wild and audacious as the forces at play around her.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
To reborn, a life of peace.
Oh. Oh. Abaddon's hands, I'm not reading stuff that isn't related to the story at hand. That's too much work. Oh, boy. Well, that's uncomfy.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giatta. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
They had their experiment, and they decided to plant themselves firmly and do it anyways. Alright, well.
Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giatta's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods. I can't believe this.
Well, picking up this thorn fruit. Hey!
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance.
Yeah.
Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
It almost seemed like nature stripped them for parts.
Nothing so malicious, but no less cruel.
Huh.
All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing.
Do you want to talk about it?
My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands, and it destroyed her. My father, our family.
I've heard that story too many times. This land takes more than it gives.
So I swore an oath. No one could enter the lab until I understood what happened.
Oh, till today, so you know what happened?
I'm on the right track to figuring it out, which is almost as good. Enough about me. Let's worry about you for a change. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way.
Hey, do you want to use that thing as a weapon?
Don't worry. It's more durable than it looks. Kind of like me. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one.
I found several.
Naku Tedek.
Ooh.
The old godless ruin west of Fior. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
Why is there animancy equipment in some old ruin?
We used it to study the Adra pillar. Then some priests moved in and took offense at our work. I hope they haven't tampered with the equipment, or this will be a very short experiment.
Couldn't we use the Adra pillar in the workshop?
That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left.
Oh.
Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days.
Or the city. Well, feels like we're getting close to some answers.
That's your intuition talking. Listen to it. I wouldn't be anywhere without mine. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fior. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Oh. Marius, you can head out. I won't be long.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Hey, Lauren, if you're still there, is she hot enough for you? We got an Animancer companion. She does healing stuff. And she has lightning powers. I have a lightning pistol. Okay. Yeah! Think I can... I have 4 points to spend, yeah. So let's just get all the abilities first. Acceleration. Increase the move speed of everyone for 15 seconds. Giatta's attacks heal all allies by a small amount. And there's achievement. So first ability, Purification, calls forth an invigorating wave of energy, healing all allies by 25% of their max health. Could give a ability to interrupt and knock back enemies in range. Increased damage reduction. We've got Great Barrier, that grants all allies a shield, providing temporary health for 20 seconds. She wants to see her, says she sounds hot. Oh, I'm looking at her abilities. Barrier ends allies are healed. Okay, this one, Acceleration, increases move speed of all allies. I could give 15% damage reduction, increased duration of acceleration, and have abilities active cooldown reduce. Okay. All of Giatta's attacks heal allies by a little bit. Extraction grants temporary health. I'm going to go with the knockback. That one. Step into the sunlight, you weirdos.
Our research begins at Naku Tedek, west of town.
Has confirmed Giatta's hot. Okay, good to know. These two both have things. Or, you know what? The icons say Giatta and Marius have things to say. That's surprising, because Kaya's had something to say about everything I've done so far. And he's surprisingly silent. But our next step is the grounds of Naku Tedek. Little island mountain. Kai just won't shut up. I'm gonna go to the wild outskirts part of the camp. So she have her own bed because... No, she's by the camp. Because he's always been at his little camp spot.
I made myself at home.
Don't mind at all. It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Giatta.
Oh, hell. There's a conversation.
Let's see. A few things about me. I enjoy long conversations, and my favorite season is autumn.
Hell yeah.
Apparently, I also snore, which annoys some people.
So do I. Glad it won't just be me now.
God damn it.
We should pitch our tents on either side of Marius. The drone really helps him sleep.
Right. That's me. And the first rule of camp is never listen to Kai. He's a blessed Nimdude of the highest order.
If anyone needs their soul tinkered on, don't hesitate to ask. I'm rather good with souls.
I'll take your word for it.
I was gonna say, Kai has this little tent, I think, because it's the same color as, like, his everything. I assume this might be mine, but I think I keep sleeping on rocks.
I wish you could have
Oh, damn it. They're gonna have all the conversations.
What was it like? I've only passed through a few times over the years.
The evenings were cool. Fish leaped into our nets. Emerald Stair was everything.
Pleasant and abundant. Sounds like the fables old trenchers used to tell about Deadfire. Paradise.
So, I met Kai once I got onto the mainland after the tutorial. He was being pestered by one of the guards, and I was like, hey, why don't you help me? And he was like, okay. I keep sleeping on rocks. I'm not sure why, but when I go touch the pillar to rest for the night, sometimes I'll like wake up with the voice talking in my sleep, and I'm like laying on a bedroll on a rock. It's kind of weird. Anyways, I'm gonna get this out of the way.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Mes Ivèrno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
But also, I've been uploading like the recordings of these onto YouTube, and I think episode 2 was the one where I met Kai. I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself.
It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
Don't have much to offer aside from a messy camp and an old bedroll.
Believe me, that's plenty. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
Well, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Oh, I never expected to live forever. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway.
Lauren was just complimenting my voice and cadence and how funny I am. Sounds like I know what to toss on the TV during work hours. Oh, thank you. I want to ask about you, lady.
What are you so curious about?
Your name is Castell. Is there any connection to Castell's Folly?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castell led the Valiant Trading Company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
So what was Castell's Folly?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
Didn't I used to do I still do cosplay stuff a little. It's just conventions cost money, so I haven't been going lately. Last one I went to was last August. So no family connection to this guy, huh?
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already.
Conventions also meant getting sick, and that sucks. Yeah! Yeah. But do you have any idea what happened to that guy?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castell is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valiant Trading Company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castell succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
Okay, so she's talking about the Deadfire Archipelago, which was the setting of Pillars of Eternity 2. I haven't played that at all yet because I still want to beat the first one, but I'm pretty sure that what they're poking fun at is there's a quest line with this guy, Castell, and the player gets to decide whether he's still in power or gets usurped by a second-in-command, and that's why the rumors are saying both. And if that is the case, that's kind of funny. So what do I think about our travel companions? What do you think?
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
How about Kai?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded.
Me?
Just not too grounded.
Yeah, that was the old game.
On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
She kept saying grounded. Grounded was another previous Obsidian game. It's all connected. Do you think we should be concerned?
Oh, not at all. Kai is a sweetheart. And if that's who he chooses to show us, then that's who he is. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
I mean, he found out that one of his friends was, like, in love with him after the guy passed away because he still left a trinket that was made years ago, but, you know, I don't think that was something he was hiding. What do you think of Marius?
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
Yeah, I feel like he already had a lot of pressure put on him, and that's why he got so short. Hydraulic press type stuff, you know? What kind of pressure?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it, but his own feelings elude him.
The Great Western Stag is a parable told about the gods, wherein Galawain created a beast that could be forever hunted but never caught. Among other things, the story serves as a lesson about futility, achievement, and the unquenchable desire to reach for the unattainable. Cool.
When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
What do you think of me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit.
Oh.
This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Fior Mes Ivèrno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
Will you wear wigs? I have worn wigs before. Okay, I don't want to talk too much, so get rest. I have to speak to this guy.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giatta's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject.
When will you wear wigs? What do you mean? When I do the cosplays. That's all you had to say? Really? Okay, bye.
Not before I've done some reading.
Oh, you have more to say.
I can't believe it.
Hey.
Ranger Dorso, a traitor to Fior Mes Ivèrno. Shame we had to kill her. But at least now she can't hurt anyone else.
You weren't there.
The damage is contained, more or less.
Do you have a bloodthirst that I didn't know about? Oh, have you never seen that clip? I have not. And I have the links generally blocked. Apologies. Can you send on the disco and I can check in a few minutes, because I'm about done here tonight, to be honest. Well, she was wrong about Fior Mes Ivèrno and your people.
I'm glad you think so.
Okay, thank you.
Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Mes Ivèrno. Blamed animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else.
Well, you should let me know if there's anything else, because you apparently have stuff to say on all the quests we did before you joined us.
Thanks for
Is
talking.
there? Indeed. What is this one?
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsli reach that vase. Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground.
So Yatsli is an Orlan, which is sort of like a furry goblin dwarf. Or like maybe a furry gnome. I don't know. Yatsli was kind of weirdly thirsty. But the thing is, she was the first person we met in Emerald Stair, so I think it's very unlikely that we could have done that quest with Giatta, unless we intentionally went to avoid it. Most people ask for more complicated favors than, like, reaching a high shelf, to be fair.
If only all of our adventures were that straightforward. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsli stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days, she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, that's enough. Get some rest. The way you're talking makes it seem like Yahtzee's going to show up again, which I wasn't expecting.
If I must.
Because she seemed like kind of a side character. Wait.
Would you ever consider
I fucking
using
knew it.
animancy at sea?
Nope. Too unpredictable.
But surely you see the potential. It could improve navigation, lighting, and even fishing.
And the last thing you want is your navigator hearing voices, or your hull catching fire when one of those devices messes up.
Where's your spirit of adventure?
Alive to tell the tale, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna save. Because I've been going for almost 6 hours. Had to start a little late because there was like a patch update today. So, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully see you next week on Tuesday or Thursday or whatever. If not, have fun with your other stuff. I don't mind. But I'll see you then. Take care. Nerds.